We are back. It is it. Wildcard Weekend is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. We have made it through 18 weeks, 18 grueling weeks of football, and we are here for Wildcard to play it out. So now you, as along with us, get to make your picks for the upcoming Wildcard Weekend. Gentlemen, welcome to the postseason.
Still sitting at number one, baby.
Hey.
Don't need to call it a comeback no more.
Look, this is very impressive. Once the numbers are revealed, we'll see that you're still 3 games ahead, which could easily turn really quick. I mean, this could go any which way. I would enjoy a race like this to the end versus just a boating like we had previous seasons. But
yeah, this is our butts kicked last year.
Oh yeah, regular season we got yam.
At least it's a fun playoffs coming out. You know, it's a lot of toss-ups.
It did. Last year's playoffs, there were a lot of games that were decided by 3 points. More games that were decided by 3 points last year's playoff than ever in the history of the NFL games decided by.
It's going to happen again?
I hope not. I don't think so. I think maybe. I think once you get past this wild card round,
he said yes.
But it's the wild card round. Like once you get past wild card round, you got teams that are really.
I would just like to take note that he said yes.
Yes, I got you on that one. I know you got teams going in with records like below 500 or right at 500, facing off of teams versus 13-3 and have ultimate defenses and injury. But it doesn't matter anymore. You can say that, but if you're still injured, you're still hurt. So just because it's the playoffs doesn't mean your center is going to come back and miraculously start for you and block for you, Tom Brady. But anyway, what do we got for the people coming up? Let's ride.
Let's ride.
We know the Broncos ain't in it. Last week's numbers, look good for some people. And look
you
like
bleeding out over there, Omid.
Hey man, I'm
bleeding out all over the ground, son. Some of you. Let me get the chalk marker and trace him.
What do you say on Coming to America? It's a damn shame what they did to that dog. Like, he finally gets the crown back, you know. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the consistency of all the players and the characters of this cast, you will now see where we all lie for the race to the championship in the playoffs. And in number one spot, it is Jay Whitey at 26-26. Me and Lapjacks with 23 dubs apiece. We're only 3 games behind.
Jay Whitey's in first. Lapjack is in second. Omid is in third. Don't go pairing us together.
How is it third? So if I win 26 games and you win 25 games, who gets second place?
Well, you would have more wins than me, dummy. We got
How many wins do you have?
I have less losses than you do.
You have 2 ties.
I have less losses than you do.
I tried to bring this up in the middle of the season. And
ties don't count for shit. Ties count and ties count in the ties. They count in shoelaces and sister kissing contests in Kentucky. And we ain't in now one of these places. What does a tie count? What does a tie count? You get two ties make a win?
No.
So what does a tie count for?
For not having 31 losses is what gives me the win.
If it comes down to that,
there's no way either one of y'all. There's no way y'all will have the same amount of losses with the same amount of wins because there's more games played. So that's not even a thing.
So when we get to the Super Bowl and I win, all of this is
we have the same amount of wins. I have a better winning percentage than you do.
Doesn't matter.
The point is that he has less losses.
The point is, at the end, when I have the most victories, I will be the winner.
Math is difficult for you.
The point is both y'all are going to be buying me stuff. At the
only math you need to know is I will have more dubs in the dub column.
The math you need to know is you spent way too much money on that shit you're wearing.
Hey, it's okay. It'll be better than
That's Michael Irvin jersey, man. He's like every other Cowboys fan living in the early 2Ks.
Hey, look.
Early 1900s, 1990s.
I'm not like every other Cowboys fan. You've never heard me say the Cowboys were going to the Super Bowl, but I will support the home team because they are the home team, and the jerseys fucking fly. So, plus, you got to support your teams in the playoffs. I have 2 teams. I like the Broncos. I love the Broncos, and I like the Cowboys. So, not my fault. Not my fault. One of my teams made it to the playoffs. Where are the Redskins at?
I only like
They've
29.
been a
Bears
team
make it
for
to
a
the
couple of
playoffs?
years.
The Bears didn't make it to the playoffs either.
Of course they didn't. We get in the first round draft pick. Is that something surprising to anybody?
No, I hope y'all get like 3
And we're gonna
offensive
trade
linemen
that
for
shit.
that.
Lovie Smith is hilarious for doing what he did though. For going for 2 just to get.
He's like, fuck it, we'll do it. I gotta get my picks up. Either way it goes, 3 games away from the leader, which is 26 wins.
That's me.
Everybody's got an amount of losses and 2 ties and shit. So
That's
we'll see. Every week is a different week. I might go 1-2 again. They might go 3-0, and this might become a boat race. Or I go 3-0, they go 0-3, and then you know what? We're back tied. But that's the beauty of this show. So we'll figure it out. Let's get to the picks. First up, we've got the Miami Dolphins at the Buffalo Bills. Flapjacks, who you got?
I picked the winner.
So he picked the winner. So let's
basically what I'm honest to. Everybody getting all hyped up on the Bills, the overhyped.
You're getting hyped up on Skylar Thompson. Is that what you're saying?
I just want to remind everybody what we said earlier with this whole. All these games came within 3 points last year. I just want to remind you of that. Before.
That's why I picked the way I did in a few of mine.
All these games were like that. So
one thing about last year, it was last year. And last year, Jay Whitey was in last place, and right now he's in first place. So it's always nice to quote a statistic of an unknown sort that hardly ever happens again. But this is a new year and a new set of playoffs. I'm rolling Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, he's hot. Let's ride the Bill. I'm looking forward to the Buffalo Bills.
I'll go to Omidy's on this one. Sorry to interrupt you, Omid.
Yeah, go ahead. You guys pick a right. I just wanted to point out the fact that you guys, the ones who talk about how close all the games were last year, are like pissing all over that.
No.
I just want to point that out.
Just as a professional media professional, I have to point out interesting statistics for everybody. That was an interesting statistic from last year. It had nothing to do with this year.
I rode, bitch.
Buffalo will be the only one that wins the
Buffalo
like
goes.
that.
They go through and lose to another NFC East team again. Seattle in the Bay, San Francisco, NFC West rivalry game. Jay Whitey, who you got in this one?
I think Seattle's going to keep it close. It's going to be rainy and wet. Once San Francisco gets the lead, I think they'll allow Seattle back into it. San Francisco's going to win, but it's going to be by less than 10 points. Seattle.
10 points.
Seattle plus 10.
That's a confident one. I would take that one. I would say that game, with it being a rivalry game, especially a playoff rivalry game, and Seattle trying to prove a point, and the fact that they still got Brock Purdy as a third-string quarterback going into the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, because he played terrible.
I would take Seattle to cover it now. I just didn't.
I wouldn't take this game at all. Maybe go with the over on this one, but if I had
definitely over for sure.
I would pick San Francisco. This would be the one game I think would be the high blowout.
31-24, San Francisco.
Whatever.
Okay. You heard what the man said, 31-24. So y'all take what you want. My man said roll with Seattle. I'm going to say
let's ride.
Let's ride. New York Giants at the Minnesota Vikings. I'm going to roll with the Vikes on this one. 3-point spread. Jefferson is hot. He's going to the playoffs, had a phenomenal season. He's ready to prove a point in the playoffs. I'm riding with the Vikes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, good
I
look.
agree with that. The Giants are going to regret not playing their starters last week.
Giants overhyped anyways. This is going to be a stomping.
Yeah, I mean, they made it in by the hair of their.
I think they're going to be able to stop Jefferson. And then when they do, hell, they'll just throw it to Osborne.
This will be the game that Minnesota wins by more than 14.
Week, so.
Over, under, boys.
Oh,
Under.
Yeah,
Under.
Giants don't score very much.
No,
35 to 3.
maybe 28-10.
28-10. There we go. 28-14.
31-10 or some shit like that.
28-14 carry the 2. Yeah, that's what 28-14.
It'll still be fairly close, but not
Mathematical.
7 points.
7 point. Okay, but it's it still won't be over though. Won't go over 48.
In the dome, Jefferson will roam.
There you go. He's got time. So yeah, roll with the Vikes on this one. They're gonna have the horns out. The crowd's gonna be doing that. So it's gonna be a hype game. I'm looking for Justin Jefferson maybe to set a playoff record on this one.
Well, you pulled one out of your ass on that one, didn't you? Next slide.
Duval. Say the Chargers versus the Jaguars of Duval, Jacksonville. Look, Jay Whitey, who you rolling with on this game? This game kind of dangerous looking to me.
It's dangerous. There's gonna be a ton of point scores. Not gonna be any defense. 35-28 Jacksonville.
35-28.
Lots of points, man.
All right.
It's going to be about 60 degrees, football weather, no rain, light wind.
Yeah, no rain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, none. Zero. Zip, zilch. Rain's going through today, Pedro. Huh?
No idea. It's Florida.
It's not going to rain.
Okay.
The weather.
You're talking to the freaking weather guy.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
Mike
weatherologist.
Now I fully anticipate a fucking tornado and a hurricane. The game will have a delayed start because the power went out. I already see it happening. Way to go. You jinxed it.
There you go.
Zay Jones, DraftKings. Write him down. Richie James and Laxton too. Save you some money.
No.
Williams is out. Might
Fix your name there with the guy. Looking good. I would agree with that.
Ride.
2.5.
This picture right here is going to be what it looks like when they.
It's about how many fans they have.
And then they had to put everybody inside because there was lightning. So it's just going to be empty out there, just like this. But you know what? It won't rain. It won't rain.
Humdinger of the week.
Oh, man. Cowboys in Tampa Bay. Well, you already know who I picked. So, I went with the Cowboys on this one. I went with the better defense. Tom Brady's offensive line is having its struggles. And as great as people want to call him as being the GOAT, I think people are trying to look at this as they're putting too much emotion into this game. Will this be Brady's last this? Well, he's going to fight because it's his last chance. It is all this other bullshit, whatever. He had no offensive line. His center is out. The guy that he paid extra money, had them pay extra money to go get, all of his little pieces that he needed for his puzzle to work are gone, are falling down. And this just 2.5 point spread. How about them Cowboys? I'm going to say it.
Brady gets his first loss against the Cow Turds on the way out. Finishes his career. Bounces his head off the ground. Parsons crying because he didn't make the Pro Bowl, but yet made first team All Pro.
I don't know.
How that happens.
See what happened was.
For some reason.
What?
I didn't look into this game at all. The spread's only 2.5 for some reason. Somebody came back. Somebody's back.
So that's saying the Cowboys are only going to win by 2 and Omi D is going to be stuck in last place. Is that what you just said?
Nope. I think they're banking. Everybody's putting.
It's what's crazy is that most people are on Tampa.
That's probably why it's 2.5. People are betting on Dak to throw an interception.
Maybe it's because the Cowboys is in jail.
I was going the under in this one.
Yeah, the under for sure.
There's going to be too many turnovers to make the over.
Yeah.
Unless there's like a whole bunch of big plays, which I just don't foresee happening.
What's the over-under of on turnovers? I'll say 4. Over 4.
It might be.
I'm just throwing shit out there to talk.
Dakota throws no interceptions this game.
That's got to be a hell of a bet in Vegas.
It's going to be Brady because Dak's got at least one.
He's got one per quarter, maybe one per half.
Here's what I see. I see a Cowboys curse, either in the NFC Championship game or the divisional round. One of those, damn it, Romo, why didn't you fucking hold the ball? Like, son of a bitch, that was a catch. It wasn't a catch. Like, I see that happening now.
I see last week carrying over this week. You guys are going to play like garbage. You play like garbage against shitty teams anyway. So,
I I think this will be a trouncing. It'll be a motorboat show, and Giselle will be there for the motor.
So we'll say Uncle Lenny goes for 135 and Kyle
135?
Otten, yeah, Uncle Lenny goes for 135 and 3 touchdowns, and Brady
How?
goes and play action all day long, and Cowboys don't get to rush. That's my that's my outside the box.
He's going to go into play action, and what is he going to do? Like if he has nobody blocking
Throw it
for
to the
him,
tight end.
his ass is going to be on the ground.
They're going to have to just get rid of it quicker. That's all there is.
Yeah, that's why they're going to run Uncle Lenny for 140 yards.
Look,
I'm just throwing one out there. I'm not saying it's actually going to happen.
I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. That sounds good. It'll make you feel good. It'll make you feel good if you get that for your fan duel
Go Commanders.
or whatever it is. But you know what? I'm not a Cowboys fan and saying this team is a team of destiny. Blah, 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 but they can beat fucking Tampa Bay.
They're a team that's going to be beat by four touchdowns when they play the Eagles.
36.
Oh, yeah, that's when they play the Eagles.
Like this is something seems off to me here with this.
Brady's brains.
Brady knows something. Yeah. You're talking about all these linemen. I'm wondering here if you're wrong on that. Some of these people are back because that line shouldn't be the way it is. And the public, I would have thought, would have been all over the Cowboys at 2.5. But
maybe they just did it just to screw everybody up.
Over Tampa, man. So I wouldn't be surprised if by Monday night, if the Kings continue the way they go, that the spread ends up changing quite a bit in favor of Dell.
Let's see. Let's check the game cast. Let's see who's injured. Since we're injury report.
They're not playing on Monday night.
Full injury report. Kyle Rudolph is injured. What the fuck? Why do they have so many? Why is it so difficult? I clicked on one team and then they give me the whole fucking injury report for the entire fucking NFL. I only wanted Tampa Bay's full injury report. Now we're here.
Yeah,
let's see. We've got a guard is questionable. Vita Vea is questionable. Cornerback, injured reserve. Safety, questionable. Center, questionable. Ryan Jensen, center, injured reserve. Offensive tackle, Josh Wells, injured reserve. Linebacker, injured reserve. Another guard, injured reserve. You got 2 guard. 1, 2.
So what? They've been playing like that all year.
Honestly, you got 7 offensive linemen on injured reserve. Look, they don't eat all day. I say roll with the Cowboys on that with that statistic alone. No offensive line to block for Brady. He's on his back. Best thing he could have done was quit last year, so he could have been on his back getting motorboating Giselle, but now he's going to be on his back getting teabagged by the Dallas Cowboys this weekend. So ride with the Cowboys. Let's ride. Next slide. And on that note, we have the Baltimore Ravens versus the Cincinnati Bengals at home versus Cincinnati in that lovely stadium. Guys, who y'all have?
Macaulay Culkin by 10. Joe Burrow.
Culkin by 10.
No. Still a rivalry. Still a playoff.
Man, no.
You think Baltimore is going to be able to stop Cincinnati?
Baltimore ain't going to score maybe 10 points.
They hadn't been able to do much.
Very many points.
24-10 Bengals. Write that down.
Lamar's not even playing.
Joe B's sitting down most of the quarter.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was like a weird shocker in this one. This one just doesn't surprise me. Overconfident Bengals. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the shocker this week.
Nah, the Bengals have beef. They're trying to get back.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was a shocker this week.
I don't know. Tyler Huntley's out. Lamar Jackson's out.
Just saying, typically when I say that, it's not too far off.
Devin Duvernay's out.
Yeah.
Brandon Stevens is out.
They call it
Huntley's playing
last year.
There's a lot of pieces out on Baltimore. Baltimore is an injured team right now, and they're holding on for dear life. So I myself would take Cincinnati in this. But what about the over/under in this one, guys?
Under 24-10.
Doesn't matter, Baltimore.
It doesn't matter, Baltimore. I'm going to say take the over on this one. I think it'll get some scoring, but it won't be super crazy. But 40, yeah, that'll definitely. Cincinnati will prove a point. It'll be like the opposite of the Giants Vikings game.
Yeah, Cincinnati's crutch won't show this week. It'll show next week against Buffalo or whoever the hell it is they end up playing. But their offensive line is not that good.
Nope.
Not that good at all.
Nope. Got a lot of injured people on the defensive line.
We'll see.
So we'll see. Let's ride.
We will.
And that brings us, ladies and gentlemen, to the end where you see Wildcard Weekend, how it lines up, and these numbers are going.
You don't got much longer to catch up.
No, this is it. Like
So,
this week and next week is depending on how the
better
shit
quit
show
sucking.
goes. Look, at a certain point, I will be, if I don't do better, I will be statistically out of this thing. So I have to have some.
You'll get one win this week.
I'll get 3. I'll get back in it.
You'll get one this week.
I'll get 3 and get back in this thing, and it'll be a tight race. It'll be 26 wins across the board. That's my prediction. Especially since none of y'all's picks except Lapjacks, he'll get one.
Nah, see, I was trying to pick the games I knew you wouldn't take. I didn't think you'd take. I knew you was going to take Jacksonville, so that was easy. I knew you were going to take Dallas, so that was easy.
Yeah.
I figured you'd be on Seattle. I knew Joey was going to take Cincinnati, but I was okay with that because
You're going to get an L for your Miami bet there, Pedro.
Now I definitely almost went on the Seattle. Another one, and I got a piece of paper.
we'll see. It's playoffs. You never know what's going to happen. Again, wouldn't be surprised if that one.
Hey, Uncle Gino is going to keep it within 10, huh?
Down to the wire. You
Can't see that. Oh, there we go.
So look, these were my picks. So Baltimore and Cincinnati was my first one. So I almost went Baltimore and Cincinnati. So I changed my mind at the last minute.
Because you knew that number 1 was going to be picking Cincinnati. That's why you didn't pick it. Smart
Look,
guy.
sometimes you got to pick the games that you know are going to be 3-0, and that way you can like.
Sometimes you want to go 1-3. I understand that.
That's fine. Hey, the thing is, either you make it a show or everybody's really sad because they lost to me. So I like to make it a show. It's been fun.
Nobody's ever mad because they lost.
We're going to be able to do a 2 weeks out. We're going to be able to do a national with the championship round.
Mhm.
We're going to be able to do a championship from show from live from Lapjack's house.
What's up?
Go ahead and put that in there now.
In 2 weeks, we're gonna
In 2 weeks, we're going to do a live show from Lapjack's house.
Why am I just now finding out about this?
Hey, by the way, I'll be there in 2 weeks.
Hey,
No, I got to do the San Antonio Houston gauntlet again. So I fly in Monday, and then I drive down to Houston, and then I go to San Antonio, and I'm back Thursday evening.
do the show.
No, I just told everybody where you're gonna be, so
That's fine. I don't know where Lapjack's house is, so you might have to ask Omid.
That's cool. I'll give you the invitation if you bring food and cash.
When is this?
We gained another follower. We're to 14 followers now. Get out of here.
When is this?
14 subscribers.
2 weeks from now,
2 weeks.
the
The
championship round.
That'll be Thursday, and I fly out Friday morning, but Thursday evening, yeah.
The week before the
I'm
championship
not sure I'll be here
round.
Thursday night.
Huh?
I'm not sure I'll be here that Thursday night.
Well, I will be at Omar's without you then. Omid's without you then.
I'm not sure I'll even be able to do it. I'll be on a plane.
Well, then I guess we're doing it Wednesday evening, maybe.
Just as normal, so you shouldn't have gone running your mouth before you actually talk to somebody.
Suck ass.
Name me.
Ain't my fault you finally decided to leave your house after 15 years.
What are you talking about?
Peasant.
Work, motherfucker. Leave my house. I go to places all the time. I was just up in Illinois.
West side.
Get off my screen.
Let's ride, puto.
Go Cowboys.
Go Commanders.
Cowboys gonna lose.
We need it bad. Oh no, this will be the end of the Tom Brady show. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady retire this year. He goes and does play-by-play or some shit with Gronk for ASFL or something.
He's gonna make movies.
Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers are going to be announcers next year.
Oh God. I hope not.
And Troy Aikman and Tony Romo are going to do the 3:00 games.
Please no Joe Buck. As
I
long
would
as Joe
never
Buck.
watch another football game on TV.
Yeah. Can you replace Joe Buck with Peyton Manning, please? Like, Just give me Aikman and Joe Buck doing Monday
Just
Night
give me
Football.
both Manning brothers
I don't
on the
like
same
Aikman.
show. I don't care to see them sitting at
I
home
don't
on
even
the
like
couch.
Aikman anymore.
Yeah, put Cooper on there.
It annoys me.
Get all three of them. Cooper,
I'm pretty sure we won't see Romo anymore after this past game. That was a shit show.
Yeah, he did horrible.
He's terrible anyway. And there's idiots out there, mainly from this state, that love him. Doesn't matter what that moron says. Oh, Tony, he's such a funny guy. The guy's an idiot.
Oh, 100%. He's got a lot of concussions he's got to work with. I've never claimed to be a Tony Romo fan. Everybody was all over Tony Romo's back, and I was like, I'm not really sold on him. I honestly was happy they got Dak and was like, yes, finally a quarterback that can actually run around and do
He was a
something.
pretty face at quarterback. That's all he was.
And he married that chick.
It was basically like the USO. They needed a pretty face who was a commander who actually had some combat experience, and they pulled him out, put him in the show.
Dun, dun, dun,
That's
dun.
basically what it was. They milked every last little dollar they could get out of him, and then sent him on his way. He's garbage.
Thank God.
Jones has no interest in winning the Super Bowl. He doesn't care.
Y'all have a good weekend. Enjoy being losers for the rest of the weekend and coming
be a
back
big
in
guy.
last place again for next week.
We'll see you next week, sucker.
Losers.
That's
DJ, owe me.